It has been it has been a minute. No, I just created this. Sam, good morning. Oh, now we can change this. Behind the scenes talk. I love this song. Good morning, everyone.
You love it.
Good morning, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone. My name is Anna Hill,
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
and today we're going to be organizing our scenes and overlays panel, as well as organizing the folder that we use, the external folder that we use to organize all of the assets that we're going to be using in our scenes or profiles, right? So any questions that you have, please feel free to write it in the comments with a Q column so we can find them. And if you have any comments on how you organize your scenes and overlays, please feel free to write it in the comments as well, because we love to see what other people do.
That's right.
Yes.
And we say good morning to Samantha. Good to see you here. We miss you as well, Sam. And hello, Jesse. Good morning.
Good
Welcome.
morning, Jesse. So what's up with the overlays? Let's just, you guys, I am in an organizing mood today, so I have everything minimalistic, and I'm like taking things off, and Fulgent just like, what's happening right now?
Just leave her to it.
So we're gonna change the comment real quick here.
Again.
And yeah, I mean, we're just going to just lower the border and I just have no border. And we are going to the background. We have the background being yellow. So let's go to our
We're not in
awesome.
demo mode.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to our building blocks that we created, and we have all of the colors there, so it's easy to get. And look at Halloween mood kind of a thing. So let's bring it back on again and see this. But the lower, so it's the opacity is low on the background. So I'm gonna bring it all the way up. And there we go. Huh, Fulgence Henry? You're good? You're good? You're gonna survive with this?
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
That's it. So we just customized the comments text overlay. All right, here we go. So before we get started, everyone, how do you organize your scenes and folders, or do you? Right there, we have gotten some questions about. I have so many scenes and so many overlays, and I just want to start over again to be able to do it. Right? How many of you are in that situation right now? So that we can show you how you can just delete and start over again, but keep your scenes if you want to keep any of them for reference later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to be one of those people way back when, and it was a mess because I had to start over again, because it's especially when you're working with text overlays, when you're creating your backgrounds and your lower thirds, and those things weren't labeled properly. They were all dots and dashes and whatnot, right? Or just the word text and duplicated multiple times. And then going back to organize things or change the color of things or finding out where the text is, it was a hassle. So I basically had to start from scratch. But now we don't have to do that because everything is much more organized. And it's a matter of finding which folder your things are categorized in, and going and editing it accordingly.
Yeah, it makes life so much easier. It's just like outside and our on our real world. If things are organized, we can find things easier. If they're not, then we get little headaches.
Yeah.
So AG, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, AG.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it happy Friday.
But it's good for you. I mean, like, look at how you say now that you're all organized and you can find things. You know, when you apply things, they work to your benefit. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing here this morning. All right. Good morning, LinkedIn. How are you doing? Okay,
Morning.
so so here we go. We are going to show you, we're going on demo mode, and we're going to show you how we organize ours. And if you will have to delete any real quick, because I don't know, none of you said I'm in that situation, but we're going to show you if you start.
We have some takers. Jose.
Oh, okay.
Jose says I never find anything.
Okay, Jose Arroyo, here we go. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really the only ones that this happens to. So thank you for coming forward, Jose.
And good morning, LinkedIn G. Albert. Good to see you here.
Yes. Oh, hello, LinkedIn.
G. Albert's looking all dapper today with suit and tie and all that good stuff.
Listen,
yes.
It's all about that. It's all about that image sometimes, you know?
Yes.
It's all about that image.
Good morning, Fallon. Good to see you here on the LinkedIn end.
Fallon,
nice.
Hello. Yeah.
Welcome, LinkedIn.
You said in the LinkedIn end.
LinkedIn end. Mm-hmm.
Oh, LinkedIn end.
Yes. END.
Okay.
Yes.
It's Friday. We're good though. Okay, so let's go for it. We're gonna go in demo mode, which do we have demo mode here? No? Oh yes, we do. Okay. So here it is, everyone. So can you take the keyboard?
Sure.
And then just yes. Okay. If you have multiple scenes with no names on it, right? The first thing that you have to do is, where is that? Here we go. Right? So let's say this has no name in it. It doesn't say waiting screen. And you just have to click on it and then change the name. So say, let's go with new scene, because usually that's what happens when you create a new scene. Right? So that's the new scene. The only thing you have to do if you want to go, if you have a whole bunch of scenes there, right, and rename them, just like we did. Just click on it, rename. Now, let's rename it again, back to waiting screen. Awesome. So now, after you rename your scenes that you want to keep, then, you're already organizing them. Now, if you would like to start all over again, but you want to keep specific scenes, you are going to say you have them in folders here, and you want to export that folder. Okay. So for you to export that folder, you just have to highlight it, just like we have it here. Right. And then down here, there is this upload, download folder, and you're just going to click there. Wait, this is Fuljens' favorite part. Right? And in here, then you're going to label the scene. Make sure that you know if it is organizing, if it is old mess, if it is like whatever it is that you want to organize it so that you can find it, right? So then you're going to export this. And when you exported it, let's do it again because I exported and I exported too quickly. Okay, so in here I have videos. That's not where I want it, right? I created a folder for us. Let me see where it's on the desktop. So let me just find it real quick here. All right, so I did Lucky Winner folder because it's like we're gonna create a profile for you for Lucky Winner. But when ahead of time. So that's where it is now. So I exported it to another folder. So when I have to find it or look for it or whatever, I just have to go back in that specific folder. Okay, are you guys with me so far? Let's see in the comments what we have.
We'll go to Jesse's comment. Just continue.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, awesome. All right, so we go back into demo mode. All right, so that's it. So that's exporting your scenes. If you wanted to start all over again, you can do the same thing. Say you have multiple folders after you are, organizing. And for example, you work with themes or seasons, and you want to just export everything and start all over again on that specific season. You just have to click and and I'm just gonna highlight. You got it? Fuljens is my co-pilot. And then.
Oh wait, you want to select multiple?
Yes.
Right. So we're going to click on the top folder here, and then hold down the Shift key, and then go down to the last folder or whichever folder you want to go, and I'll highlight everything.
Right. And then after you do that, you're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to click on export right here. And then the folder is going to pop up where you want to do it, right? It just says scenes right here. Name it whatever it is that makes sense to you. And then we're going to say for this building blocks scenes. Okay. And then we're exporting into that folder. Okay. So now exporting. Now let me go back because I want to show you how, if you need to do it, how you can come back and do it again. So let's go back to, let's find that folder. It's on my desktop. So lucky winners here. Okay. Here we go. All right, so here's lucky winner, right? And this is the October one that we exported first. And then,
hold on a second.
Okay, thanks. And then this is the building blocks scenes. These are all of them, right? So you have your scene exported. And this is also something that you can do to back up your scenes, right? To back them up. So something that you could do not only for organizing, but you can also use this method to back up your scenes and create the folder scenes backup or whatever you want to name it. Okay.
And also, if you were to load this backup into Ecamm, it's going to load it as you see here. So you're going to have all these folders here laid out like so.
Except if you do the first ones, that was just one scene. So this is what I'm going to do. Are you okay with me like deleting, or are you going to freak out? You're
going to delete all of this?
All of these.
Go ahead. We'll just be blank for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. So we just if we delete all of that, we'll be back. So you know what we're going to do? I'm not going to freak you out so much. I'm just going to import the other one. Okay, just to bring it in because Fuljens about to have something. All right.
I mean, you saved them, so you're good.
Yeah.
And you also saved the top one, which we're using now, the October 2022.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to Lucky Winner, and then I'm going to go to October 22 to open it again. Okay, so I'm just going to double click it. And now you see it here. It starts from the beginning because that's where, we're here. So we're going to go back to the first one, and we're going to main scene here. Okay, so that is your scene. It came back as you see it here. Okay, so we're going to delete this again because we don't need this one. And that's that, okay? Any questions about this so far? We got
okay. And then so we had a few comments. So Samantha says, "I'm still having a hard time renaming the scenes."
So how so, Samantha? Let me close this. How so, Samantha? Please let us know how. What I know you were having some issues, but have you tried the double clicking or the clicking, and what happens? And remember, you gotta send us a video so that we can see what it is that's happening on your end. All right, what's next?
Jesse says, "If I may offer a note of caution, please, if you move some folders, then you have to refine the assets from within your scenes. For example, WebM files, yes. Yes,
right.
That is true.
Yes, you do. Thank you so much for saying that. And that is for example, when you're using a movie or a file, WebM file, you're moving folders, right? So then you have to assign them again and let them know, hey, this is where to find this video now, or this is where to find. Usually with folders or like overlays, they transfer, but videos, if you change the location of that specific video, you will have to reconnect it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you're sending a file over, such as with your Ecamm scenes, send it over with those video packages also, because when you cut to the scene where the video is missing, Ecamm will notify you and say that, cannot locate the file, please relocate it. And you just pull up the scene. You pull up the file there, and it'll play normally. And it'll be like placed exactly how it was in your previous Ecamm or whoever sent it to you.
Yeah.
Giabra says, "What can I say? Waiting to see what Ecamm building blocks of honor folders will present to help add some spice to my media ministry team." Absolutely, G. Albert. And Jose says, holy smokes, I didn't even think about exporting that at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's just like Fuljens mentioned. You could do this. Sometimes for example, I'm creating the profile, adding the assets. Fuljens is doing the designs, and then we send it to each other. And that's when Fuljens is referring to. He will have to send videos to me, if he included any videos on that design, so that then I can connect it here, on the iMac, on the main computer. Right. So the same thing you will have to do if you're creating your scenes and then sending it, for example, to a remote producer or something like that. You will have to send all the assets with them, including fonts. If you use different fonts and things like that,
Right.
you'll have to send that as well.
Right. And Fulgence, be careful. Anna can easily delete everything, and then you will be organized for you. Yes, exactly.
Jose, listen, for real. I have done it. I have he has come and it's like a whole clean slate. And he's like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it. I exported it.
Yes, Samantha, please do send a video. Send a video or go live in our group and show us that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go live in the group and just record it in there. I think that'll be easier instead of sending the video. And a bit OT, but I made that mistake with my Keyboard Maestro Stream Deck folders. When I was on a tidying up drive, I severed all the links.
Yeah, Jesse, thank you.
That can happen.
Yeah, thank you for, it's true. All of that can happen, but it's like organizing, and this is great, Jesse, because organizing and having your folders, like all the assets that you were using, then you can relink everything without having to search on your download folder, having to search on your desktop, having to search on whatever else the download is assigned to. And then so this is how, for example, let's show you an example. Let's move this. Okay. I'm gonna show you an example. So this was my show yesterday, that I was working for a while, right? So in here I have my guest graphics. Everything that was related to her was in here. The logos, including her logo and my logos. We also had the music that I was gonna use. We have the scenes that we use because I created it on my laptop, then I exported it. The show graphics. This is anything that's related to my show. And then the slides. This is any information that she sent me that we're going to be using on the content itself. Then the videos. So any videos, the opener, closer, videos that she sent me, the intro video that we had. And then this is the waiting screen that I do, which is specific to each show. Okay, so that's already organized. So what this is if I have to change anything, which we all know, right? We all know that we have to change things here and there when we're designing. We have to go back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes the videos, we move them, we connect them from our download folder, and then we move them from that folder to another folder, and then you have to relink them again. You will find them there, which is something that Jesse was mentioning. So having everything organized, you can send it to somebody else if you needed to. But more importantly is like you stay organized, and then that enhances your workflow and reduces your time, because finding folders, finding files is one of the most frustrating things ever when you don't know where they are, right? So this is how you will organize your folders when you are designing for your show or anything else, right? You have all your assets in one place. So when you have to design in Ecamm and you're looking for things, you know exactly where to go. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what else do we have to mention now regarding organization? We're going to go into scenes now.
Overlays, you mean, right?
Yeah, into overlays. So go ahead and take it away, Mr. Fuljens Henry.
So this is a perfect example. Since we're already in demo mode, right? You have your scenes organized, but also within your scenes, you have different overlays. For example, on this scene here, we're on main refresh scene here, and we have a lower third. But notice that how we have the lower third categorized into 4 different folders, or the entire scene, right? There's one there's a couple here that's turned off because I don't want it to go minimalistic today.
Oh,
so
you can open them.
That's
how I easily could do it, everyone. It was just like seconds.
And that's why it's so important to organize your scenes and your folders, right? Because this happened like, probably a few minutes before we went live, and we know exactly where to go and exactly what to leave turned off or leave turned on, right? Here's our lower third. And if you look into our lower third, we have 3 subfolders here. We have lower third names, and if we open that, Anna and Fuljens, and then building blocks, right? It's these 2 right here. And then we have the accents. These are the dots here, right? So if we hide this, notice how the dots go away, right? And then we could go in here and just change all of these colors because these are all text overlays. Everything that we're showing you here is all text overlays. We didn't import any of this. In the lower third body, you have the name rectangle. So this is the rectangle that's underneath Anna and Fuljens. And then you have this rectangle here, lower third rectangle, that's underneath building blocks. And then you have these accents here, R, B for red and black. Notice that, see how they're highlighting? And you have a thin transparent rectangle underneath here, right? So all these are laid out. And you could change any of these colors or rearrange them however you want because you know exactly where to find them. All right, and we zoom out. And then let's say we wanted to go back to our original setup before we went minimalistic. It's so simple, right? Because right here, we're using our source is our camera, but we can go to blank scene. You can go to source and switch to blank or do Shift Command B. We could do blank, and then we can bring our camera back on. Let's see here. It's probably hiding inside, right? Okay, boom, right? So this is the camera, but it wasn't like this. Anna was doing a few things.
Yeah.
It was a little something like this, right? We had it like this. You could snap it into place, right? And then we had a border, right? And then we also have our background. So this would be body. Under body, you have a few things going on here, right? We have these rectangles on the side, and then we have this BKND, which is our background. So this is our main background. So if we click on that, we have this color here. And if we didn't want the color, we could change it to something else, right? So this is all done inside of Ecamm. And just notice how in a matter of a few seconds, we have a completely different look, right? And if we want to go back to how we had it before, we know, okay, I don't want to show the body. Hide that. I don't want to show the camera. Hide that. I want to go back to my camera, my source being from blank to camera. Boom, right? And it's as simple as that.
Yes. So one lucky winner, right? So how do we want to, because we want to design something real quick for you guys so that we can do all the organization and then the exporting from top to bottom, right? From 1 A to Z. So let's choose a winner. So ask a question, Fuljens Henry.
Wait. So what are the rules again?
There are no rules.
We're asking a question, and then the lucky winner is going to win.
It's too early for me. You think?
I kind of missed that.
We gotta select a winner. We're gonna select a winner we're gonna design something, lower third or camera overlay, and then we're going to send it to you. We're going to export it, do the whole thing. So we have a question. So how do we? What questions you?
All right, and it's this is a simple trivia because we just showed it to you. What is the shortcut for a blank scene?
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
We just did it.
Yeah.
We just said it. So.
The shortcut for a blank scene. The first one.
The keyboard shortcut for a blank scene.
Yes, and this is for Ecamm Live. So if you guys do not, for some of you who are watching, if you do not have Ecamm Live, you will have to download it. And there's a 14-day trial that you can use, and you can apply all of this and see if it works for you.
Yes, and the link is in our description. If you're on the YouTube side, LinkedIn doesn't let us have all these links and everything because we have to keep our description a lot shorter, but on the YouTube end, we do have the link available for you if you would like the 14-day free trial. And what else can we do here?
Yeah,
you could probably share it on the LinkedIn end if you want to.
Yeah, and you know what? LinkedIn, you know what I do? A trick, right? After we post it, because we're rescheduling, I copy it and then I go edit on LinkedIn and I add everything.
There you go. So we'll do that. We'll do that as well. All right.
So okay, so the winner was Jesse.
Jesse,
okay,
yes.
Jesse.
It is Shift Command B to create a blank scene in Ecamm, right?
Okay. So Jesse, please send us if you have colors for your brand colors, send type them here in the comments your brand colors, and if you have a font that you know and you know is the easy one, you can send it to us.
And the other thing too is that we can always create a template, because that's the beauty of using an Ecamm and organizing everything, because then you can go back and use your color palette and use your font type and everything like that and customize it even further.
Yeah. But it would be cool if you could see what his colors are right there. Okay, so Fuljens, go ahead, start designing. We're gonna go for a blank scene and have you.
And G. Albert says he likes that accent dots in the lower third. Thank you so much, G. Albert.
Very sneaky.
And Jesse also mentioned, if I could offer one piece of advice to a younger version of myself, it would be to organize your overarching folder structure before you get started with all of this.
Yes, Jesse. I mean, like our younger selves, and our younger selves did not want to listen at that time, you know. Okay, so here we go. Let's design for Jesse. We are going to have a blank scene and start.
What are we designing?
We're designing a whole intro scene. Not a waiting screen, but just an intro scene, just like as this one. But not like that. A different one. How about Jesse? Here's a question for you.
You mean a main scene? Like a camera overlay scene?
Yeah, just his main scene. So do you want 2 guests plus you, for example, or do you just want you to just for yourself? Let us know. Okay, Fuljens, go for it.
I'll just be putting people on the spot. But
I can help you if you want.
We're going to start with a blank scene, and we'll be in the corner somewhere. Where are we? Let's just bring us up here. We'll be like right here, right? And let's clean this interface here. So the first thing we're going to do, if we're going to do something similar to here, we're going to have a color background for you, Jesse, right? So let's create a color background, and we're going to go Command N. There are a few ways you can do this. I normally do it this way. Just type BKND, short for background, and highlight the background. And then we could change the color of the background. But before that, you can take the font and set it to 0. Boom. All right. We're still waiting for some colors from Jesse, but you know we'll probably just do any other colors. So you want to pick a color?
I can pick a color. Let's go for fall colors.
And Jesse's asking for it to accommodate Jesse and 1 interviewee. Awesome.
Okay,
all right.
awesome. Here we
and
go.
We're going to do fall colors right now. So boom. Right, so we have this. Actually, before we manipulate this, we can take the margin and bring it up a little bit. This way we have some space. What is that?
Nothing. Just do your thing, Fuljens.
And it goes across the screen like this, right? So Anna has a different way of doing it. Maybe that's why she gave me the side eye. But this usually works. And it's easy to find. So it's background. And I think we're not in demo mode. So let's go into live demo mode again.
Okay.
Let's go back into live demo mode. Okay.
Oh, good morning.
All right.
Good morning. Okay.
So this is what we did, right? We typed BKND.
Valerie, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, Paul. Hi, Valerie. Good to see you here. We typed BKND, and then we brought the opacity to 0, and then we clicked background, and then Anna picked this this fall orange, just rusty orange, and we brought the margin up a little bit so we could have some room to play with it and stretch it across the screen, right? So once you hit save, right?
This is what happens. Yeah, this is what happens to Fuljens because he does it that way.
But I just stretch it back again, and that works.
Hey, Kirk.
What's up, Kirk? Good to see you here. Yes, thank you. Kirk was like live demo mode. All right. So we have that. And Jesse was saying a guest plus host plus guest, right?
Yeah. Do you like the background yet or no?
The background is locked.
Okay.
The background is locked. Our camera overlay is currently not locked because we're going to do this. We're going to use our camera. Actually, this is going to be so cool because we can use this. We could like split ourselves in half.
Yes.
Right? Just for the sake of this.
Yeah.
And then what we can also do for Jesse is that when we'll just do it as we go along. We're going to do 2 cameras, right? And how we're going to do this, we're going to take Anna and we're going to go on my end. And you see how the double arrow appears? You're going to hold on Option and then we're going to do a custom crop. So I'm going to disappear.
Bye, Fuljens.
Bye. Peace out. And then we have Anna here like this, right? So this can be the host.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Hill.
Right? We have a host here. And then instead of like doing, the same size for the guest, you can have the guest a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit wider. Mm-hmm. So we can do Option drag, right? So now we can duplicate this and we can take this, hold on the Option key again and bring it back out. Well, actually, you know what? Let's try this.
There you go.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, well, yeah, I was thinking about like having, this in vertical and then this one more horizontal.
Yeah, you can do it.
But then you'll appear twice.
Well, that's fine. They can see me twice. Yeah, go for it.
2 honors.
Right, you guys?
Right? 2
yeah,
honors.
you can see me twice.
All right, so let's make this a little bit more vertical. Boom. Right? Let's fix this a little bit. So we go like this. And then stretch this out. Yeah. Something like this. Mm-hmm. Right? So this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we have LinkedIn Paul in the building also.
Yeah.
Good to see LinkedIn Paul.
And another thing and just in case you guys didn't know, we have a grid that Fuljens likes to design without it. And then he's pretty good at eyeballing. But I need a grid when I'm designing these cameras because the patience just is really thin. So here it is. And that is in Buy Me a Coffee. We have it there and it's free. So you can go ahead and download it and have fun designing straight.
Yeah. Yeah. I normally eyeball it and it's, I do pretty good because I've been doing that for quite some time now. But the grid is definitely helpful for you. Okay. So we have this and then we're going to change the color of the border if we're going to keep the border. Maybe we'll
look at Jesse sends us the colors so we could actually use them.
Okay.
And we can show them real quick how to create a color palette.
So take it away. Before we go any further, let's do that.
Okay. So we're going to create a color palette for Jesse's design. So can I have the keyboard, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're able to copy and paste from there, but, we can copy and paste from the YouTube chat window.
Yeah. Okay, so to create a color palette to make it easier on your designs, just like for use in folders, we're going to go back to the text overlay window. We're going to click on the color palette, which is going to be here. And then we're going to go to up here where you see actually, no, wait a second. We're going to go, I haven't done this in a minute. We're going to go right here, I believe it is. Yes. And we're creating new. And then you see right now, it just does unnamed. So what you have to do is go back to the 3 dots and rename it. Right? So here we're going to rename Jesse. Rename him. And then we're going to add his colors. So his colors are, let's see if we can get him from there. Let me go.
You copy and paste from there.
Okay. Copy and paste from here. So we're going to go.
We're copying and pasting the hex numbers. Hold on, let me get it for you.
Yeah, do it.
So this is the beauty of having co-hosts with 2 keyboards or 2 mouse. You can copy from the one host and then send it over to the others.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go back here again. Okay, and then you just send it to me? Where you at?
Well, now you're going to command.
Yeah, okay.
Command V
oh my
again.
gosh, when you said send it to me. All right, so we're going to go here. Where we at? Oh, I'll show you. Oh my gosh.
Drop down.
You guys, yeah. So we're going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to add it. Where we go? Where did it go? Oh, the opacity is low.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go. Oh my gosh. Just bear with me, everyone, because I haven't done this in a minute. Here we go. We're going to just add it here. I'm going to go right. It's right here.
Right.
And we're going to go to.
It's down there also. So
Yeah.
right there.
So, but I will just add it here. I'll just add it here. And then that way, when we go back to Jesse, I'm just going to drop it up. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to delete this one. Okay. So what's the next one?
All right. So the next one is, that was the navy blue, and then it's a turquoise. So I'm copying it from the YouTube chat. There you go.
Okay.
Sent it over.
you got me when you're like, I sent it over.
I sent it over.
There it is. Okay. I'm just going to add it here.
I like the navy blue, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it? Those are the two colors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jesse and Jesse. All right. Now that we got that.
All right. So now that we have that, we're going to take the background again, and we're going to make this background. Let's do the navy blue with this one, right? Mm-hmm. Boom. So we're going to select Jesse 1, and then it's going to do the thing that Anna doesn't like. It's going to do a little shrinky thingy here, but...
That's a design in and of itself right there. Black and blue.
Right? So we have that.
Yeah.
And then we can take the border color and change that to Jesse 2. Mm-hmm. That looks good.
That looks good.
Take this one, Jesse 2, right? So we have that. And then we can create some lower third action, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's get out of here real quick because it's like so simple right now, but it looks good.
Mm-hmm. And then we also might have to.
I'm a Gemini.
What does that have to do with anything? Oh.
You have no sound?
I don't have any. Where's my
Because I was using the Rodecaster Pro.
There you go. All right. So we might have to like make these a little smaller if we want to leave some space for lower third, and also leave some space for comments coming in. Go ahead.
Right, but if this is the scene that he's using for guests, we might not need to have lower thirds here. We might need to just keep it clean.
Mm-hmm. And let's see what happens if a comment comes in. Right?
So I adjusted down here. If it's on YouTube and you have the bar there, it might get all.
We still have some room. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to leave the comment there?
No, this is a show.
No, I'm saying like, do you want to bring it over here?
Whichever, but as now we have some more room for a comment to come in, right? Mm-hmm. And then also too with this will probably not transfer over. This is something that you have to do on your end. Is when a comment comes in, how we normally do it. We do a test live and edit it on our end before we do our real live, right? Our live. So we're gonna go into the comment now, and we can probably do some reverse colors. We can make the
background?
Not the background, but the actual font. The font can be, let's say, actually, no, let's just make it white. Let's just try white, right? And then change the background color to maybe this.
We can try it.
Actually, with that said, let's change the font to this, right? So that looks good.
The font color?
Yeah, right? So now when David Hunt comes in, what's up, David Hunt? Right? It'll look like that. That looks good.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Yeah.
That looks good.
Awesome.
All right. So what else can we do to build on top of this, right? And
we can have... Oh,
I'm sorry. We keep not going into demo mode.
Oh, okay. It's just because it looks so good, big. But we could actually add... Jesse, what's the name of your show? We can have a little transparent...
logo. Right.
Spatya, hello.
What's up, Spatya? And then also, too, before we get too busy, right? Because remember the comment that Jesse had in terms of like, you're going to start over before you start doing all this overarching, right? We're going to do that right now, right? We have some of our building blocks, but we're going to start building on this, but we don't want to get too out of hand unless we start organizing. So we had created new scene here in your scenes panel, and we're going to name that Jesse. And make sure you click out of it so it saves. Okay. And then we have these two cameras here, and we have the background. So we already need two folders, right? Two groups. This will be cameras. And this will be background. And then we're going to take the cameras and bring them into cameras. And take the background, bring that into background.
And sometimes when we're designing for customers or for shows, you label the camera. So this one, well, if this one is going to be yours. Yeah. So this one is, we're going to say guest. And then this one, we're going to call it main camera. And sometimes because of the order is in, which is going to organize it that way. Yeah. Then something else we're going to do is we're going to move Jesse out of this folder. And then we're going to create a folder that's and name it Jesse. Hold on, you guys. We'll scene. It's a scene. Command Z. Okay. Jesse. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
What?
That's a song. I just had to do it. All right, so that's it. We're done. So we're designing on Jesse's folder.
Right. Okay. So now what are we doing to add some
so we can add Jesse's if it doesn't have a logo, we can just do Jesse. Oh, JT productivity training.
JT productivity training.
Okay. So that's pretty long. So we could do
it could be on 2 lines.
It could.
Or I have an idea.
Like in here?
I have an idea, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so Jesse, we don't know I don't know if you may or may not have a logo for this. But we're just going to do something just to give you an idea of what you can do in here just using text, right? Let's do this. Let's do JT. What font are we using? This is Impact? Okay. JT. And I think this color will look good. We're going to remove the background. We have no effect. I think it will look better in white, but let's see how this looks. JT. Take this, bring it like this. Hey. Right. We may want to change the font type afterwards if we don't like how it looks. But JT, for example, right? And then let's make sure we have this. This is a folder going to be. This group is going to be called logo. So this is where we're going to have that in here, right? So JT. Cancel this out. Just make sure JT goes in the logo folder. David Hunt, you can stay right there. Okay. And then we're going to go and type productivity, and then hold down the shift, return training. And this could probably be a different color. Maybe we could make this one white. And change it to a different font because let's just do something. Okay, I don't know what happened, but this this is fine for now.
W8.
W8. Let's keep with W8, right?
All right, that looks good.
All right. So let's move JT over. Do something like this.
And this is something that for example, for designing logo, you can do it here, or you can go to, for example, Canva, Photoshop, or whatever, and get it, spaced out.
How about like if we drop the to use the T into
it says
training?
raining.
Right, but like it's like.
Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Maybe if we move it a little closer. Right, something like that,
I
right?
mean, like,
if you like, I don't get it. It's just raining.
Yeah,
it looks like it says training to me now.
I think it says raining. We're going to make it straight for people. But anyway, we're not going to waste. This is what happens. I mean, this is what logos do. Logos just like keep us in there and we're like, okay, it's not about the logo. It's about the design right now, right? So let's go for it.
But, you know, you get the idea. But yeah. I don't want to confuse Anna, so we're going to leave it as training.
Or those who think like me,
And then we'll bring that here. And then, so we have it like this, right? And what you can do, we can also lower the opacity. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can go back into your text overlays panel and lower it this way. But I like to do this. Hold down the shift key and do, if you're using a trackpad, 2-finger scroll. Right? You can do something like that. How's it looking?
It's looking good. Let's see this.
Right? I kind of liked it with without the T in there.
Of course you did, because yeah. You see, I read David's mind. David, I got you. I got you, David. You see, so it's like, there we go. So you see that, and then you can move the logo anywhere you want to because it's in a folder now. So the only thing you have to do is just link it and then move it around your screen.
And then just so it can line up. If we go back into demo mode. If we go back into demo mode, Ecamm, kind of helps you out with the snapping. All right. So if you notice here, it's like directly in line with this camera overlay, the guest camera overlay, right? Before it was kind of like past that border. So we just bring it in, move it in until you see it snap, and you're gonna feel the haptic feedback on your mouse snapping in place.
And you could use the grid that we mentioned and just remove, toggle the visibility of the background off, and then the grid will come up. So as such, Exhibit A. And then that way you can do it. So you can, wait a second, it's right here, right? And then you can do it like that. So you can get to see the JT. If you wanted to make it like straight or whatever, that you have the little square there, and productivity training. If you wanted to get it like that, you can bring it up, however it is, but it looks pretty even if you have it that way. Yes, and then, so let's go back to, there you go.
All right, so what else?
Okay, so then now that that's that, right, you can design you can go and have fun designing everything else. But if we just want to have the name of the title of your show, for example, in here, now the topic that you were talking about. So it's JP productivity training, 3 tips to stay organized. For example, that is your topic, and then we can have it there. Come up.
And so will that be in
like a lower third
on the background, or will that be text with no background?
Whichever way.
Create a lower third for it?
Yeah, just a simple lower third in 10 minutes that we have left. We can do
1
it.
o'clock?
Yeah, 1 o'clock, son.
Dang.
We have a project that we have to do at noon,
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Janice. Good to see you here. All right.
Hey, Janice.
Jesse likes the new logo. Awesome.
And Spacha is listening to us.
And Spacha is listening also.
Yes, you're so welcome.
All right. So let's create a lower third rectangle here. That's going to be the turquoise color.
It could be, or it could be white.
Let's try this, right? Because we can easily, the beauty of the lower third rectangle, you don't have to worry about it doing that, whatever it does. It scales down. Once you could change the color, you don't have to worry about it.
There's a trick for that.
Yeah, so for this, you can easily type lower third rectangle, right? That gives you enough flex. Rectangle. All right, let's spell properly today. Let's bring the opacity to 0, and then let's bring the background, and let's change that to Jesse number 2. Actually, we said we're gonna try white first.
Yeah, but we can try teal. And you know, and the thing is, we're if you have any designer friends or anything like that, have them contact us, because we want to invite designers. Because the cool thing about Ecamm is that you can design, not being designers. We self-taught ourselves. But sometimes when we get designers on the audience and we ask, what color should we use for this? They just come up with a colors combination so quickly, because that's what they do. So if we are going to be inviting some of our designer friends to help us with this, what color palette works better for specific things. But another thing that we do also is we Google color palette, right? And then in there, it will show us, like, for example, the teal color palette. What colors look good with teal and with blue? Like we know this. And then what colors look good with blue? And then we combine them for like accents and things like that. So that's another way when we're designing for customers how we enhance their designs if they don't have their colors yet.
So we create a new group, lower third body. This is where we're gonna have. So what are you thinking about this right now? This color, or should we try white?
I think let's try white and see what happens. I think we need another color, or we can just Google
color to break away.
Somebody Google what colors, or if you have a color.
White looks good.
I don't know. I still think that there's another color. You guys let us know. But then again, this is what you do, right? So Jesse, you can continue to play around with this with another color that you like, but we can leave it. We can leave it like this.
And then when you add the font on top of that, the font will definitely not be. The font can actually be the navy, or it can be white. No, it has to be a darker color. So the navy will look good on top of this.
So let's do it. 3 tips to staying organized.
Right. And on top of that too, you can add some other layers or elements on here to jazz up your rectangle as well. But this is the basic way, right? We have the lower third body here, and we're going to have another group.
Oh, thank you, Paul, for sharing that.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Lower third text. So this is where you're going to add all your text here, right? But we're going to just have one. We're going to remove the background. And what is it? 3
tips. Let me put the thing up, son. You like guessing. 3 tips to organizing. to staying organized. Jesse, feel free to give tips. Title ideas. We're just going for it. 3 tips is to stay organized. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, so, blue? I thought you said you were going to do blue.
Yeah. Let's bring this down here.
All right. So everyone, we have not left Ecamm yet to get anything. Everything has been done right here inside of Ecamm. So this is pretty cool.
Yep. And then this is just the bare minimum, right? We haven't added any transitions. You could add transitions to your cameras. You could add transitions to the lower third. You could add transitions to the logo, the makeshift logo that we created here.
You can make 2 lines. Like you can break this 3 tips to staying organized. You can make 2 lines actually. So you can have 3 tips and then at the bottom, 3 tips to staying organized on the top, and then on the bottom, you can actually have something else. So you can
just like
expand it. Yeah.
Just like this.
There we go.
Not expand like that.
That's for Paul's and my eyes.
What was that?
That's for Paul and my eyes. That we can't see. I can't see without my glasses. There we go.
And we don't want the shadow. We're going to remove the effect.
And you can actually also change the font as well so that it can look a little bit different. And you can change the bottom line to the bottom text, the color to another text if you wanted to another color.
Right. We'd have to make the rectangles a little thinner.
Smaller, yeah.
And then you could add another one underneath so you could have like a sub layer there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can keep building up on this, Jesse, once you get it. But at least you have everything in here, and you have how Fuljens is adding when we change or add something, you add it to the folder so that you can keep it there. So Jesse had a question, and then we had actually a couple of questions. I don't know if you want to finish this before we move. This is so that you can see how it's looking. It's looking good.
Yeah. And then maybe too, we could probably bump up the cameras a little higher, right?
If you want to, it's going to get like out of frame. But you can do, or just make the camera smaller.
This is how it's looking right now on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So if you click on it, for example, the hand is going to come up. Look
so
at wait. Fine. Like if you were, when the replay, then it's going to cover this.
Okay.
But that's if you want to make the camera smaller though. Like you can make the camera smaller, and then that way you can have more space for this.
Okay. I mean, we should be fine with this.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Janice had a question earlier. Janice said, is there a glitch in Ecamm that causes scenes to delete? My slides all turned onto me on video when I click the scene. Janice, not that we know of. Did you send a ticket to tech support?
Yeah, because that hasn't happened to us, and
Right.
we have been working with it and pretty heavily with Ecamm this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you send Janice a ticket?
Yes.
Okay.
And Paul, if you can you please share the support ways to contact support for Janice, please. All right. So let's see here. No sparkles or GIF. Maybe Val can share Goldie. Okay. And Jesse's asking, before I forget, do you have a video on how to use live demo mode? I never found one so far, and I would find it very useful. So, okay, so 2 things. 1, tune in to Ecamm Live Demo Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern on here on the Ecamm Live YouTube. If there is not an episode today, I'm not too sure, but there is an entire playlist on Ecamm Live Demo on the Ecamm Live YouTube channel, Jesse. So just definitely check it out. There, you go to the YouTube channel that you're hearing right now. There's a playlist for Ecamm Live Demo. And how we go in and out of Ecamm Live Demo is Shift Command D. Or we go to the main menu, options, and from options, it's the very last thing there. It's a live demo mode. So you could do it that way.
Yeah. Right. And also for zooming in and out, Fuljens has a great tutorial on how to do it. And that is on Fuljens YouTube channel.
Yes.
Really, really nice, really quick.
Right. How to set up your keyboard to zoom in and out. And that's awesome for live demo mode. And also if you want to zoom in and fine tune your overlays.
Mm-hmm. So G. Albert had a great tip. If we copy and paste the dots from our main scene and have it here. Yeah,
that's a great idea, G. Albert.
Yeah, look at that. We'll close with that and be able to do the exporting and all of that for.
Yeah. Okay. So Janet will send it today. Awesome. Paul shared. Paul is talking to Janice, and I think that we saw something else. You guys sound like an FM radio station also watching in 60 inch TV. Spot says living the life over there. All right.
Love it.
All right, so let's go back into live demo mode here, and we're going to lock these scenes, lock these overlays, lock your overlays, lock the logo, lock the camera, lock the background. Everything is locked up, and they won't let me out. All right, so that's that, and we're gonna get the dots, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay, let's get some dots. Let's go back to our main here.
Main refresh.
Main refresh.
And that is not refresh. Oh, yeah, it's from last time.
It's from last time.
Yeah.
And this lower third accents here, we're going to take that and then we're going to Command C, copy it. And we're going to go back to Jesse here.
And we're going to move the text.
Yeah, we're going to, first we'll just hide it for now. Because we're going to do some makeshift stuff going on right now. Command V. So I'll dots it here. Notice that they're a little bit higher up. And I believe, yes, we can move all of them around at once instead of moving them one by one because we link them together. Right? So linked. This little chain link thing.
Yeah, so you link and unlock all of them. And because they transfer, when they transfer unlocked.
They transfer unlocked, right? But before we unlock them, let's just make sure that they're all placed where we want them, more or less. Thank you. All right. The previous one was a little bit thinner, so we might have to add an additional dot here, which is fine. So let's just make sure it's placed where we want to place it. And this can definitely be the navy blue. We could change this to navy blue colors. All right.
Good.
Yes. You know what? Zoom in again one more time because it might be a little tedious to get to option drag. All right, let's see if we can get one of these here. All right, we have the hand. We're going to hold on Option. We're going to drag it.
Is it still grouped? Or no?
No.
Okay.
All right. So we have it. I think it's placed properly. You know, this can be a little something, but look, that didn't take too long, right? All right. So we can zoom out. And then this was the copy. So we're going to bring this down to the bottom so we know exactly where it is. So we're going to take all these little dots here. Take this dot and then make it navy blue. Boom, save. Take this one, navy blue, navy blue, navy blue, and navy blue.
Yeah, if we wanted to change the opacity, we'll have to go back and do it. But, for now, for the sake of time, we'll just leave it like that. So, Jesse, when you get it, you just have to go back in as we're showing you, right? And then just go to the dot. So, we're going to show you real quick. Just go select one dot.
Hold on a second here. Just going to move this up a little bit and then unlink this one. And then the last one here. Just bring this down a little bit. All right. It wasn't spaced out, right? So, the first dot will stay as is. The second one, you just go down here. So where it says opacity to 100, you can do, for example, 90. And then the next one you do 80, 60, 80, 70, 60, and so on and so forth.
That was not so noticeable.
All right, let's try 80.
Let's go to 70. The 70s. I heard that was a good era.
All right, 70 is better.
Yeah.
So the next one will be.
But we'll show. So you know how. Yeah.
Two,
yeah. So
right?
You know how to do it now, Jesse, right? So let's get out of live demo mode and then look at this.
And I'm locking the dots back because when we transfer them over, they were unlocked and linked, so they're locked again on our end.
Kirk over there is saying that he got your reference there, all locked up.
And then let's move this over. Boom, boom, boom. There you go.
Yeah, and then you can move it down a tiny bit. The second line.
This one.
Yeah,
actually, we could make it a little bit smaller, also.
And then
nudge it down.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Okay.
It's looking like something.
We will see, if we were designing this for customer, we will expand it more. But there you go, Jesse. This is what you want today. We're going to export it now. So we have and Jesse, you could actually expand this. You could actually just make this one for just yourself, like a host, by removing this camera, and then extending the other one, right? So you can create that main scene and then add.
Yeah, no, thank you for reminding me because this is what we're going to do. Because since we did the split, when it transfers over, it may be funny. So these were just placeholder cameras. So what we're going to do here, let's just go into live demo mode real quick. Let's go back into live demo mode.
It's 11:05,
Yes, but this is very important because we don't want to bring transfer it over like this because we did a custom cutting and all that stuff. So we're just going to do plain, boom. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do custom. Shape, custom, and then we'll just trace it over like this.
Yes. So we will fix it for you, Jesse, and we will send it over. So we're just going to save it now and show you how we would export it. Okay. So if you guys had to do this, we are going to log that one camera, the Fuljens just sent. We're going to select the folder itself because say you have other things you will want to just send. You want to have the entire folder. So you're going to click on that folder and then you're going to export. This, I have it, Lucky Winner folder that I had already created, and I'm going to export it there. Right, so now it's already out. I want to go check it. I'll just go to the Lucky Winner here, and then you will see the folder here. Okay. And then that's the when Fuljens fixes the camera, that's what he was saying, we will send it to you. Jesse, so Jesse, make sure that you send us an email at annaandfuljens@gmail.com
@gmail.com
so that we can then reply and send you this awesome, wait, I want to get out of here. Yes, this awesome design that we did for you. So let's check if we have any questions before we say goodbye to you guys, because we have a project that we have to get ready for. And I have some here things to do.
No, we're all squared away with the comments.
Yes. Okay. So so here we go, everyone. This is we covered today how to organize your folders, your scenes, your overlays in your folders, as well as your external, which Jesse had a name for it, and I completely forgot the name for the folder external. That is where you're going to add all of your assets for when you're designing. Okay. All right. So is there anything else? Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you.
If you have time in the Academy, please help save a snowman.
Listen, yeah, we've been trying to go into Academy. This week has been lit with stuff. So we go here and there, and then we check out what you guys are doing, which looks like it's a super, as always, great Academy with a great group of people. Yes, and Valerie and Paul are over there doing their thing. Did you see their thumbnail?
Yes.
Yeah, the thumbnail was pretty cool.
I love Paul and Valerie together. Awesome co-host, awesome job.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, and Hank is going in there, everyone. So yeah. Okay, so do we have any other things that we want to cover before we say goodbye until Monday?
I'm staying quiet. I was like, we're here trying to fix the cameras and everything.
But we can do that
said,
after.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Zip.
Okay. So we will fix the camera for you. Jesse.
No, we're good. So Jesse, make sure you send us email on Fuljens@gmail.com, and then we'll send you the file over.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. Remember that if you want to test and you want to, work with anything that we taught you today, you can go to our Anna and Fuljens group and practice there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for spending your Friday morning learning with us. And we will see you on Monday for Ecamm Network News. And Friday again for BuildingBlocks. Yes. You just staying quiet. You just staying quiet right now? I'm not going to say anything anymore.
No, I thought you were going to, I thought you were going to say Ecamm Network News and entertainment. Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Ecamm Live YouTube, Ecamm Network LLC LinkedIn, and in the Ecamm Live community if Facebook is acting right.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. He was being good. Okay. So everyone, thank you so much for being here again. My name is Anna here.
And I'm Fuljens Henry. Happy Friday, everybody.
Bye.